All right, guys, over the weekend, we had MMA Hangout for UFC 302.
Rainy one.
A torrential downpour in Coconut Grove. But I knew it was going to be an electric night because I got picked up by an Uber.
Ooh.
This Uber was ripping a dart as he picked me up. Continued to rip said dart.
So it wasn't just the smell of
the
dart.
drive.
It wasn't the
Smoky
smell of
car.
dart.
No, it was dart.
Wow.
Dart City.
Car. Wow.
So I don't know if this was this guy's first ever drive or last ever drive, where he was just like, fuck it. Like, I don't care what's going on. I'm smoking this cigarette and nobody is going to stop me.
How many stars did you give him?
Yeah.
I'm really bad on
I don't ever do that
doing
stuff.
the stars right after I do the ride. Like, it'll take me till the next time I open up the Uber app where it's like, oh, do you want to give this guy a... I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, I do,
3
actually.
weeks later, I'm giving some guy 5 stars for a trip that we took.
And
like
the tip?
$2 on a tip. You're like, ah, here you go.
I have not come across the smoker in the
ripping a
car.
dart?
That is just an aggressive move. What I've come across is guy who's on the phone but is going to be talking very soft to appear like he's not on the phone. You ever had this thing where it's like the Uber driver is just like, yes, I was just, and then you're like, are they talking to me? It's like,
You're
oh
like,
no,
what?
They're clearly on the phone, even though I guess they're not supposed to. That's why they're talking low and trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Like, do I have the right to be like, get off that phone call right now?
No.
But I'm
Actually, you know what? You need to be able to hear the traffic sounds.
I bet
and things
Uber
around
CEO
you.
would tell me I have that right.
Well, they'll downgrade you as a rider if that's the case. Get off the phone. Like,
Yeah.
no. 1 star.
I had a cab driver recently who was watching, like,
What made you go cab?
when I leave the airport and the wait for
Quickest,
Ubers
yep.
are long. Also, most of the time I'm flying, I am expensing
Charge it to the game.
company,
I'm so
like,
with you.
Hey,
Whatever, yeah.
I need what's fast here. So I was in a cab and he had his like phone up and he was watching like a sermon. And like full volume, but like he was clearly watching it and driving and wasn't even casual. And let me tell you, he was so fast. we like record time. I got here 10 minutes faster than I thought I was going to.
Come on.
And I learned a lot about whatever Bible verse he was talking about.
I guess
I feel
he
like
just took the wheel.
cabs get a bad rap.
Do you?
Because I've done what she's done, where I just hop in one for convenience, and it's fine. It's fine in there.
It says it's more expensive.
It's probably more expensive.
sure more
expensive. it's
I'm only
more
doing it when I'm charging to the game.
It's more expensive. Something that was weird though is so when I went to Portland, I called an Uber to go like 20 miles away, and it was $120. I opened up Lyft, $50.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lyft. If you play the 2-man game where Lyft is coming around a pick and roll and you see Uber there and you're like, here's the pass to Lyft, they do a really good job on that.
How do I let Uber know that I'm looking at Lyft too? I feel like Uber,
they know.
They might lower
they
those
know.
prices if it's like, oh, this person has both. Like, I wonder if you can get different price. It's like if they only have Uber, it's like you're getting jacked up prices. But
For sure.
if they can know that you have 7 different ride-sharing apps, it's like, all right, let's give these ones the cheaper price.
Well, when it comes to the taxis, when you see the guy hanging around the Lyft or the Uber pulling space,
it's never easy though at an airport. It's always like, walk to this garage, go to like section L, and it's like, I
you
just
have to
want
walk 25 minutes
Yeah.
to get to an Uber.
Yeah, but I don't trust the guy. I mean,
Wait, who,
guess
the
I treat him-
cab guy?
The cab guy. He's
Okay.
over here asking, "Oh, you're taking the Lyft?"
Nah, that guy is waiting in a nice single file line for about 2.5 hours, waiting his turn, and he finally gets to me, and he's right there. I don't need to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I love a good.
But the cabbie's over here like, "Hey, get in the cab right now. You don't have to wait." Like, I don't trust you. You're a solicitor.
There is a
Yeah.
little bit of like when I'm because like, is this meter set right? Is this
That's-
meter?
that's-
That's
yeah,
the
that-
part
that's
where the
enough-
meter.
that's-
All of a sudden, this meter is like, why do I owe $48? We haven't even gotten out of the airport yet.
Cabs are a notoriously shady business.
Right.
Yeah, they
Naturally.
have a bad reputation.
And that cabbie expects me to cancel my Lyft or my Uber so I can take this cancellation fee and eat it. No, sir. Sorry.
I will say this: when we were in Italy,
Say it.
This past September,
Go ahead.
the Italy taxis are connected through Uber. So you go on the Uber app, and you know how you have like Uber X, Uber Black, Uber
I think
this,
it's
Uber
just
that.
Uber then, right?
No, because it says
Oh, but they're
taxi.
actual taxis,
Right, it
okay.
says taxi, like Italia taxi or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. And you would order a taxi through the Uber app. They'd come and pick you up, and dude, it was like 10 some odd, like 20 times cheaper. Like if you wanted to take an Uber from one place to another, it was going to be like $25 or $30. The taxi was like $7. So we were like, oh, perfect. So we just rode taxi the entire time, but on Uber. So what if I know taxi unions and all the huge taxi companies and Yellow Cab and all that stuff.
Yellow Cab.
Run by the Teamsters and the mobsters and whatnots.
Yep.
Right? If we could all put them together, right, and put them all under one roof, I feel like that would make sense.
Not really. Uber would probably be against that.
Yeah.
Because they're probably crushing it the most. And they're like, why would I want to partner with all, like, I'm doing fine on my
Yeah,
own.
I'm losing money doing that.
Are you losing money?
I mean, cabs were pissed when Uber came. I wouldn't be surprised.
Right,
if
but
now you're
what
trying
if
to let cabs back in?
Uber absorbed cabs.
Yeah, what
They're not making
Yellow
money
Cab,
from them
yeah.
already.
Yeah, but cabs are notoriously like an owned business, like by other people. Why would they want to? Why would they want to give Uber any money?
Just
Cabs
trying to
are
expand,
franchised,
just
though.
trying to expand people's horizons.
yeah, but
that's all.
what you're pushing for is like a monopoly on the rideshare service. And then Uber can really charge whatever they want.
Oh, now Congress is going to get involved.
Yeah.
now, huh?
Wouldn't
Yeah.
an owner, I mean, I guess it's the owner of all companies. You're essentially like, if you're the owner of a cab company, you're like a pimp. You're just like pimping out cabs. It's
Well,
like, yeah,
they were
you go over
accused-
here,
Right,
you go there, go pick up that person and give me
Dispatch.
some of the cut.
Well, I'm saying
Just give me
it
some-
was always accused of being a shady business because if you owned a cab, you were paying out a crazy amount to the guy who owned it, and then like you didn't really own the car, but then you had
Yeah.
to pay maintenance on the car. It was like a
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a scheme.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big time scheme. The only time I use a cab is
I don't know how it is now. I just remember like hearing stories about it.
we went
back
to
then.
Vegas. Obviously, when I went to Vegas to do the stuff with Naked City and all that, my wife's like, "Yeah, I take cabs in Vegas," and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Because they're always just waiting there?
They're always just waiting there, like outside of the airport. There's like 75 cabs, and it's like a flat fee. All right, to take you to the strip, it's $25. To take you here, it's $27, whatever. So we were charging to the game, clearly on her dime. She's like, whatever it costs, who cares? Just go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, touche.
Those have to be owned and run by the mob, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So what do I do about the Uber guy that was ripping a dart in the
Start
Uber?
coughing?
No, but like, what do I do now? Is it just kind of statute of limitations?
I just think
over?
in the
I'm done?
moment, if you want him to stop, you go
Yeah, but did it
roll window down and just be like,
They had the window down.
did it bother you?
I mean,
If it didn't bother you, then give him.
I mean, it's not that it didn't bother me, but I was just shocked that he was ripping a heater.
you should just start like narrating it, like bold move, cigarette.
not
like,
very
just start
good.
like kind of
Marlboro Red.
It's not very good customer service.
keeping it old school, huh?
heater guy,
Yeah,
right?
heater
What are
guy. You know
you?
what I'm saying? No jewels for you, my man.
Cigs
am I
are
right?
back.
What do you at a day? 6 or 7? Huh?
A pack of Cools,
Yeah.
So
What's your brand, buddy?
yeah, exactly, but like
Newports.
I like to think that it was his last ride ever.
Oh,
right.
he
That
was
just
retiring?
like, he's like, hey, I'm going out on top. I'm taking this guy to the Grove to Torres. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Sorry, buddy.
One more for the
Shots
one
while
more, one more for the road.
Dude, that happened to me and my wife the other night ordering Uber Eats. I was like, some Uber Eats driver was just done being an Uber Eats driver because my food got picked up and then it was just gone. And then
What?
all of a sudden, it said, all right, the car's left the place, your priority, because, you know, I always do the priority.
Attaboy.
He's on the way. And then all of a sudden, it's like looking for another driver. And I'm like, how would they be looking for another driver? This person was already on the way. And so,
My
like,
food is in his car.
20 minutes go by. This person is just sitting at the restaurant. I'm like, oh, man, another driver? They've been sitting there. My wife finally calls, and they're like, yeah, the first person picked it up. Like, oh, there's someone else waiting here? Like, they didn't even know anyone was waiting. The first person grabbed my food and then just, like,
I was like, I'm good.
It's my food now.
and you know what? I actually took pride in that. Damn good order I did.
Yeah,
Hold
man,
on,
you know
what-
what-
No, he looked at
What
the
was
order.
it?
He
No, I
was
wanna-
like, if I'm going to steal, he's like, what do they got here? Oh, 2 orders of 2 tacos, the queso and the salsa and the guac with some chips. Oh, the quesadilla for the kid. This is a full,
Yeah, he's
like,
like, let me-
Oh, burrito taco.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
we're talking like $58 here, folks.
Chipotle.
Two
You
Al
got the Chipotle.
Pastors.
No, this was the Tijuana Flats,
and
actually.
and a wet burrito.
Little Taco Tuesday.
Taking this one
Oh.
home. Yeah.
This was 2 orders of 2 tacos, a chicken quesadilla, all the dips.
Fixins,
And
yeah.
When was the last time you ordered Uber Eats and you're like, oh, this is delicious. It's a banger.
Yesterday.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I get a,
I don't. Yeah.
I get a lot of like mediocre Uber Eats. I
I
guess
think it
'cause-
was barbecue with some baked beans.
just
I think my standards are where there's like I lower my standards when I know it's delivered.
but you're doubling what you're paying.
Uber
So-
Eats is a
no,
mediocre
it,
product.
it hurts.
When you get the
Yeah.
food, it's a mediocre product.
That's what I'm saying.
But you exchange mediocre food for
the convenience. But I'm already
Exactly.
paying 20% more than the food costs
Not
for
if
the
you got Uber
convenience.
but it's
But,
rarely. But it's rarely.
What? So
Yeah,
now you're
those
paying
fees are
you're
killer.
paying monthly
But, Mike,
for mediocre food.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
yeah.
rarely like
$10 a month.
terrible.
Hold up.
I
Oh,
never said it's bad. It's not. Sorry, Lucy.
Yeah,
it's
go.
not terrible, but it's not great, and you're spending 20% more.
most of your like subscription bases that you have now come with a free Grubhub or Uber Eats like membership. So if you have Amazon Prime, you get like
DoorDash.
a year free of like Grubhub or DoorDash.
just got that email.
Just on the
Yeah.
fee though, it's obviously not.
Yeah,
What?
my
Totally free.
like my credit card covers DoorDash Plus, so it's a lot of benefits for your credit cards. And I know Amazon Prime for sure does like a year free of Grubhub. So if you're paying for those subscriptions, there's a little tip for you.
I like that.
I wish I got that tip a year ago.
Uber One doesn't have anything covered by anything.
Better late than
'Cause I
never.
have it.
Uber, what
Way
is
too
Uber
late. I
One?
spent
I don't
as
even know
much
what
money
that
as I
is.
spent.
Uber One is like their subscription platform where you get delivery fees off.
Oh, yeah,
you get
I
like
think I have that.
free stuff. You get buy one get ones.
Mm-hmm.
But since I have American Express, I get a certain tier of Uber Eats, like $15
look at me,
a
Louis over
month or
here.
whatever. No, I'm just saying, like, because they don't cover the Uber One, but they cover me $15 a month to get whatever I want. And then my wife always, at the beginning of the month, I try to save it. Because what I do, here's the game plan, guys.
Yeah.
I try to save the $15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then double it up, because sometimes they give you 40% off coupons when you're an Uber One member. So you double up the 40% off plus the $15. You order a big meal for both of us when we both want to eat, okay? And then it ends up being like $20 or $15 for a meal that costs you $60.
Wow.
My wife loves to not check or uncheck the Uber Cash option. So every time I get the $15 at the beginning of the month, she'll spend it on Dunkin' Donuts. And then it'll be $19 on Dunkin' Donuts, but we only paid $4 because she didn't check the $15 off.
Women, am
it
I
drives
right?
me insane.
Women, you know.
It's just Dunkin'.
All
Fine.
right, settle
Yeah.
down.
Anyway, Chris, I'm looking over your notes here.
What notes?
You left notes here from like the show the other day.
Welcome to Mystery Crate.
Hey,
by the
welcome
way.
to Mystery Crate. And,
How do you know those are mine? Don't this?
Yeah,
very,
first-
The only
of
one
all,
sitting
very
there.
reckless. What you're saying.
surprisingly good handwriting for a man.
Thank you.
I gotta
dude.
admit,
I do have good handwriting,
Mine's terrible.
actually.
Mine's like chicken scratch.
When I try, like I have two different handwritings. I have I'm trying handwriting and chicken scratch handwriting.
So I'm looking over the notes, and all I see is Barf Scott.
Well, we were gonna.
Barf
Geez, I mean,
Scott?
spoiler
We were doing
alert.
a thing, yeah.
We're gonna do
thing,
top
yeah.
5 guys in sports that connote throwing up.
Yeah. So
Barf.
Matthew
Scott.
Kachuk up.
Yeah.
No, what was it?
Barf.
Upchuck.
you have
that's
Justin
good.
Throw Upton.
Justin Throw Upton.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh my god.
What else do I got on there?
Dan Hurling.
Dan Hurling.
We were trying to come up with something with yak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Yakstremski.
That's it.
There you go. Tony
Okay,
playing
you're
the
welcome.
game. But you also have your long flight. Are you prepared for your
Edmonton.
Oh no, that was my note to ask Carter Verhage
But
about
you're-
the long flight.
You're going to be on a similar flight.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
Yours will not be as uncomfortable.
As
more
the
uncomfortable.
days move closer to this, I'm feeling less confident that I'm going to end up making it. I think 6 is like the only thing that's realistic for me at this point.
Yeah.
What day
Game
is
6, it's a
21st.
I think it's a
it's
Saturday.
a Saturday.
I think it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
1 week from today.
It's like the 21st or something. It's like in
Well,
that.
that'll be 2 weeks from today.
2
No?
weeks? No.
It's the Saturday after Father's Day.
Yes.
Yes.
2 weeks, yeah.
Father's Day is 16.
But that could be a potential cup winning game.
Yeah. So that's the only one that's a possibility. What am I doing to prepare for that flight? Nothing.
Well, you don't know if you're taking it. So,
Right.
yeah.
I know a
I
couple
got
things you
content
did to
plan that I
prepare
gotta
for
come up with
flight,
here.
buddy.
Go on.
Yeah. What are you getting at there?
What?
I'm curious where you were going with that.
I don't know.
What,
I was-
what nefarious things am I doing before this flight?
We were talking about airplane bathrooms out there the other day, and
Terrible.
like how terrible they are.
Mm.
Like how long? What's the cutoff of like how long you'd wait to go to the bathroom?
Did we do this on air?
We
No,
talked
did we?
about
Yeah, we talked
airplane
about it
bathrooms
on
on air that
Thursday.
you said you like to stretch on.
That's like I was like, was that on air or off air?
On air.
Oh,
Okay.
why does that feel like? It was
That's why
on
I was
there?
like, he just said it was off air. I was like, didn't I say that on air?
no,
You
I
just said it on.
said it on.
I like that's my alone time on a flight. You
Okay.
go in the bathroom and just stare in the mirror and just.
Unless there's a long line.
No,
I avoid it at
Are
all
you
costs.
serious, dude?
Even the people waiting in that line don't mind waiting. Okay, this is your time to stand up on a flight.
Yeah.
Do you mind waiting 4 minutes outside of a bathroom?
Well, what else you gonna do?
That's like the time to stand. You see what the flight attendants are doing up here. What do you guys do up here? You
There's
just
only
sit.
two
What kind of snacks
bathrooms
are
on this
coming
plane.
You know what they do a lot? Nothing. They're up there. They're just
man.
like up on their phone. They're just like scrolling away.
They got the free Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Perk
Yep.
of being a flight attendant.
Oh, the flight.
My
attendants.
friend.
he's talking about guys waiting for the bathroom.
My friend
Yeah.
is convinced that every airline, every flight attendant, if you throw them a Twinkie at the start of a flight, you're getting free alcohol the entire flight.
Damn.
I don't
I'd
know
have
if
to try that.
I know I had a friend who would buy gift cards for flight attendants.
And do what with them? Just give them one?
They would give them the flight attendant to the flight attendant when they got there. Then the flight attendant takes care of them.
That's what I mean, like little stuff like
saying.
that.
You give them like a gift.
A little
yeah.
Twinkie.
I don't know if like like
But how do you
20.
do that
Yeah,
without
like a
being
20.
creepy? It's like you're just like everyone's watching you. Like, hey,
I don't think I'd give
Do you
them-
do the high five thing? You guys ever done this with the money?
Yeah,
like,
Of course,
like-
classic.
With the kids, yeah.
when I was. Well, anyway,
Anyway.
Thank you.
Selling drugs.
Yeah.
Well, more like a purchaser. But
Puka Nakua.
Got that
We
loud.
talked about that
those
one.
were the
Puka Nakua
days.
was one.
That's the only person. Actually,
Puka
I
Doncic?
was just about to say something. I'm not going to say it because I don't want the IRS coming after me.
Attaboy.
I was about to talk about. I was about to be like, the one time I get, because we were talking about Venmo requests.
Whoa,
This man's getting audited
Slow
over
it
here.
down. Slow it
We were
down.
talking about Venmo requests, and I was just like, man, there's only one person in my life that Venmo requests me.
Which is
That guy.
That guy.
That
as your
guy.
as your lawyer, I'm gonna say don't
Pusha
say another
Man.
word.
You ever heard Pusha Man song? That's good.
Curtis Mayfield.
Yes.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah. Excellent song.
So do I
Anyway.
report the guy or not?
They take Venmo now, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
no, not report.
Cigarette guy. Do I report him?
The
or
man's
no?
looking at Venmo. That's what Tony's been telling me.
Oh,
They
yeah.
absolutely
They're looking,
are.
well, they're looking at
They're looking at
everything.
all of them.
No,
Yeah.
no, but they're looking very keenly at.
But they're
Venmo.
looking for big fish. They're not looking for my
They're trying to get
$120.
Right, they're not looking at
Anybody.
That's not signaling
that's
anything
what
to
you think.
anyone.
Have you
Plus, I wrote golf on it.
Buddy, have you seen the
So
national?
you lied. Okay.
Have you seen the national debt? They're trying to get every
Nobody can
penny.
disguise a payment more than I can.
I know Lucy said that she likes to go through the Venmos, but I always
Tease.
found it so weird that Venmo has like the social feature.
It really
No
is
need for it.
weird.
That's why I'm a Zell man.
I'm a private guy. Everything's private for me now.
Hell yeah.
on
Yeah,
Venmo.
I never put it out there. It's like, yeah, because why do we have that feature
There's no
of like,
reason.
Yeah, I don't care that you spend
just let it
money
be a
on
memo note for you and that person.
that. Yeah.
I'm a cash,
like to
I'm a
look,
cash app
so-
guy.
You
It's none of
what?
my business.
I like to look.
Yeah.
And I'm private on Venmo now, but I used to, when I would send people Venmo, normally I would just go pick a song and copy and paste the entire lyrics from
Oh,
that
that's
song
good.
and put it in the description. That's
good.
So I ruined a lot of people's Venmo feeds, but I have learned so many things like looking on Venmo.
Really?
It's always how I find out, like, oh, you're still talking to him, huh? I thought you two were over. Or sometimes, one time it hurt me because I found out my friends were hanging out without me. I was like, oh,
But
that is the
damn.
worst.
As much as if the man's looking at your Venmo, like
The man.
if you put a description, like doesn't that undercuts their entire investigation? Like if I send you $220 and I put boat day, how's Venmo gonna know that we
Because
didn't
they want
really
to take a piece of it.
But
That's
it's just
the kicker.
It's just any kind of information.
It's not the information.
You're giving
it's
out
the
information.
money.
It really doesn't matter.
It's
No,
the
I-
money. They
money
want to
changing
take.
hands,
They want
yeah.
to tax the money that you're sending on Venmo.
But it's
So
like
they want you to send like a W-9 or
But if
whatever.
you're not
at the
sending
end
like
of the year.
10K, right? That's usually the
No,
threshold.
it's
for the
like
government.
it's like
Not that I've looked up stuff like
$600.
this.
I don't know. It's
So
but there's a
I'm
way to
not-
get around it. Like it's a
500.
personal thing. I don't think they care. It's I don't know.
No, dude, they want a piece of every single transaction on the platform, which
That's-
is the issue.
Generally, $10,000 is the
Well,
line.
that's what
for-
gets you caught. Yeah,
Right.
like if you're flying and they
So I've heard.
and they find you exactly from what I've heard. They
Yeah.
find like 20 grand in your bag is gonna be questions.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're good with $9,000.
Yeah, you're good with like
If you deposit
9,500.
$9,000 into an account, not really gonna.
Yeah,
If you
it doesn't
deposit
sound-
14
yeah.
grand, then they're like, "Whoa, where'd this come from?"
Yeah,
I think like it
I
sends
feel like
an
we've
alert.
all said way too much.
How about you don't
It
worry
is
about
But
it?
I don't get paid that much. So.
No, but it sends an alert, like a
neither.
suspicious transaction alert, and then they
It's
follow
not
up on it.
suspicious. It's just probably big transaction.
Well, yeah,
was
over
a-
10
it was a
grand.
gift.
It was a
Over 10
big
grand.
boat day.
It was my birthday.
Big boat day.
I don't want to blow up his spot, but I'm looking at my Venmo just because I want to be nosy. Like Lucy just mentioned that you could do the status updates and
who's
whatnot.
sending what to who?
Mike Ryan.
I
gets
knew
a
it. I
lot
knew
of
you were gonna say
Oh
it.
no,
Venmo
that's
transfers.
you were gonna say
because
his
Mike.
name.
I
I knew it.
can defend that. I am one. He's my number one Venmo sender because we do
Yeah.
like soccer day, like we do like hockey like daily stuff.
Well, 12 days ago, Whitty sent him some money.
25. I'm sending Mike $25 about once a day.
Yeah, interesting.
Damn.
Well, no, sometimes I win and then I get 200 back, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
his Venmo's on
Do that
fire.
Chucky.
So that was the beginning Uber ride.
I was.
There's a
I wanted to stop you first before. Why did you Uber? Were you like getting after it on Saturday?
Well, no, because obviously the MMA Hangout sponsored by Cuervo. I do not drink and
That's
drive.
what I mean. So you're getting
drink
after it. Okay,
responsibly.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
responsible.
I
my
would say
bad, yeah.
getting
Very
after it. I say I might have a couple
responsible,
Cuervo beverages.
Okay, yeah.
But
Heard.
I'd rather not drive. My
For sure.
wife was also not attending that one. Neither was Lewis's wife. So
I got
usually we
you.
have a designated driver that's out there for the MMA Hangouts. I
Smart.
did not have one. Plus, I live very close to the Grove. It was like a $10, $15 Uber. So
Cool.
not a big deal. So on the way over there, Dart. On the way back, we're done. It's been muggy. It's hot. It was raining for 3 hours. We finally get a very good main event. I call the Uber, Tesla Model 3. I'm like, let's go. Perfect. I walk outside of Taurus. I see Ethan. I see Mike Malley. We dap it up. I get into the car. Immediately, hotter inside the car than it was outside the car.
No air conditioner.
Gotta ask for air. That one's easy.
But no. The air conditioner was on. It was at 77 degrees.
Turn it down, my man.
I hit him with the, hey, brother, can you turn it down a little bit? He turned it down to 72. When I tell you the windows were foggy because it was colder outside than it was inside, Dude, I was sweating, just dripping sweat on my face, on every part of my body, because we had just been outside in the humidity for 4 hours, and then I get into a car that's more humid and more hot than it was outside.
This is a me maximum spot for sure.
Was he Hispanic?
I think he was like Portuguese.
Because usually Caribbeans,
Brazilian.
like my parents, I walk into my parents' house, it's 80 degrees, and I immediately put that thing down. Like, it's just too hot.
Who lied to us?
Who lied?
I don't know. They came from the countryside, the
Sure,
mountains,
but like,
you know.
but like, who lied to us and said you couldn't turn on the AC? Who lied and said you couldn't use the dishwasher as
FPL?
dishwasher? Because we don't. Lucy, you don't know that?
No.
So your Hispanic brothers and sisters do not use the dishwasher as a dishwasher.
Correct.
They use it as extra storage.
You got hands?
Like
Wash
Carrie
your
in
dishes.
Sex in the City with her oven.
The oven too.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
I guess.
Oven,
Yeah.
yeah,
The oven has pots and pans.
Yeah,
Yes.
the oven. Yeah, everything
Yeah.
you use for the inside of the oven goes in the oven
oven.
until you need to use it. Then you take it out.
Really?
So what
Correct.
goes? So what? What's in the dishwasher?
I don't hate that.
Dishes.
Storage, like things like mail, like I don't
Mail?
know. Yeah, I've seen,
I might have to
I've
try.
seen mail.
I might have,
Mail in your dishwasher?
Packages.
Wait a minute. So you have your pots and pans in a cupboard?
No, it's in one of these. It's the
Like a big drawer?
it's the
In a
bane of
drawer.
my existence. It's like this big drawer, but I can never. It's like Tetris trying to get all
It's a
the stuff in
thousand
there
things
and
inside.
close it. All the
Yeah.
lids.
Lids.
I recently went through and like downsized
So
because I
you're-
just needed more space.
So your oven right now is empty,
yeah.
brother.
Not
I get it.
Hispanic.
So is
Storage.
mine.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's valuable storage not being used.
Two Americas. Am I right, Roy?
Yep.
And the lids, are the lids like
you too, Roy?
Yeah.
Wasted space?
inside, like upside down?
I generally put all the lids stacked up, and then I put like the pans in each other because they stack. Because if you have the lids on the pans, then they can't stack as easy.
I've never been in a house where they didn't use the oven as storage.
well,
Well, you got the oven drawer below the actual oven.
But that's
that's
No,
for like
what's
the
funny,
flat
I keep
stuff.
that empty.
I hate that drawer
I don't
too.
trust that drawer.
That drawer isn't for storage. It's for keeping food warm.
What?
Well, so
Yes.
is
That's
the
not
entire
warm.
oven.
That's not
but-
true. That's for those flat things, like the
Yeah,
Like the cookie
that's where I
trays.
put like the
cookie
yeah,
That's
like
where you put it.
baking.
But that's not what
baking
it's for.
stuff.
Baking
Yeah.
stuff.
That I need to see proof of what you just said. I could see that.
Ovens do have that, but not mine. Mine is actual. an
Ovens
actual
have
drawer.
a place to just keep.
Yeah, a warming drawer. Yeah, they
You know
do
what the
that.
warming drawer is? Just turn the oven down.
There's that.
There's
Or
that.
turn it
You
off.
ever do like
Turn
a
it off
and
and
then
just
open
leave
it a little bit.
Right.
I do that if I
exactly.
make like chicken cutlets. Put the oven at like 180.
Yeah.
And then
Just
you
turn it
just
down.
like that's just your warmer. You cook the stuff pan, and then when they're ready, throw them in down there. Keep them warm.
Yep.
I agree.
That's how you do that.
Did you learn that you were wrong? A little bit about everything, guy.
No, I'm reading an article because it says.
Looks like he's wrong. He would have already said he
Here's
was wrong.
you
no,
already
no, because I don't
He's
want to
rolling
say
things.
I don't want to read and go I'm right and then read and be wrong. So I'd rather just read first and then no.
Yeah, he's researching.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Double
Go,
checking.
go about your business.
Okay.
It's like he hasn't found the sentence he wanted to.
Pretty much.
No
yeah,
rebuttal
he
from
needs
him.
5
So far,
more
I'm
minutes
right.
to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like using that drawer. That drawer kind of creeps me out. It's a little too close to the floor. I don't want to put anything in there.
When it's on,
Too close
things
to
come
the
out
floor.
warm. It's
Yeah.
it
Like,
does
if-
get warm down there. To
If
Mike's
it's
point.
an actual like warming situation where you're keeping your items warm, like a warming little oven, I don't want to put my cooked food that close to the floor, if that makes any sense.
You know what they should do? Ovens that have that thing, but on the top.
Did you know that your body? Did you know that your body can be an oven?
Exactly what I just said. So instead of the warming
So
drawer being on the
range.
bottom,
The-
you
the
put it on the
range is there.
top, the stove, and then the little
You
warming
following
drawer,
out? You-
then the
you heard
oven.
me?
Chris,
I was like, I said something there, and I was like, they don't even just.
No,
hear
no,
me
I
say
heard.
how about
No,
your
no.
body's warm? That's
both-
what I
a
heard.
body oven.
I'm on this guy over here.
we're both right.
Okay, so I was right.
Older ovens have a warming drawer that and it will have like a special button on top. Older ovens that don't have a button for warming is just for storage.
No one has those older ass ovens.
I have an old oven.
Hey, some people do.
Have
bro.
you guys ever had? You go to a restaurant, nice steakhouse. Maybe it doesn't have to be a nice steakhouse, normal restaurant.
Shit steakhouse?
Little bread comes to the table. Ooh, this bread looks nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice little pads of butter next to it. Let me grab one of these pads. Ooh, this pad of butter is rock hard.
Oh, the underarm trick.
no.
Cheesecake Factory
Ice cold.
does
You
it
go
all the
underarm,
time.
The
huh?
underarm
Yeah.
trick.
That's
Put it
not.
right
I
here.
don't do the underarm. You can do it with just your hand.
No.
Yeah, you don't even do
bread
a
is warm.
underarm.
The underarm trick.
No,
You're
but you
wild,
can-
crazy.
the same thing. Just throw it in your hand, like 20 seconds. You open that thing up, soft as.
You're talking about
That's a tip right
the
there.
wrap.
Soft
The
as
Pro
what?
tip.
butter
Soft
is
as butter.
wrapped.
The butter's
Already.
wrapped. Yeah, I'm not putting the
Sob.
actual butter.
No,
Can you imagine?
This
Somebody will.
This guy's putting deodorant over here. He's like, let me just throw this butter in here.
Yeah,
All right, we're
you
good.
put it.
Some antiperspirant.
One of the
over here with this
warmest
butter.
places in your body is under your armpit.
You could also put it.
Yeah,
like,
I can also
below
put
your
it.
balls.
Yeah,
but
between my balls and my
I'm just
leg.
gonna go with
Yeah.
my
So
hand.
there's many.
You could.
There's
Let's
other
do it.
options.
I'm just gonna
yeah.
go with my hand though.
Put a little extra sauce on it.
Yeah.
Nice the flavor. You know what I'm saying?
A little hand microwave. You're welcome, everyone.
Thanks, Cody.
More of an armpit guy.
We'll be right back.
What? I still had
Always
more.
cutting that shit off early.
You got
You had
30 seconds.
30
Go.
37
Go quickly.
That's what my wife is used to.
Oh.
All right, let's go to break.
Now I gotta leave that in.
Sadness.
We'll be back in.
Sadness.
And now Roy again with this.
Okay, goodbye for a little bit. Come back now. Hey,
For 2
Bye.
seconds.
come on back now.
All right.
You hear?
Come on back now.
You here?
You here?
10 more
This is the
seconds.
longest 30 seconds of my life right now.
What do you really do?
Dun, 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 dun,
7.
dun, dun.
You could have made another wife joke there.
That's true.
We'll be right back.
Not what your wife said.
Friends, it's time for
You
Betcha.
betcha.
Jeremy's here now. Hey.
Which is brought to you by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours, and Ice Cats, baby. Got to win their first Stanley Cup. I'm locking it in.
From your lips.
In the
it.
series?
Oh, yeah, the whole thing.
All right.
The whole thing. We've already gone through the trials and tribulations. Tampa, down. Right? Boston, gone. Rangers, sorry. Could have been swept. Should have been swept.
Should have been swept.
And now,
Are you saying sorry to them or they're
Sorry.
they're sorry.
sorry?
No.
Sorry to Taylor.
Sorry. Nah. Sorry.
Sorry, eh?
I got to make a pick now. Panthers to win on Saturday.
All right.
Verhage to score. Yeah. And that is you betcha.
What are the odds
Easy one
on
right
Decent odds on that?
Panthers are favored, so no.
Oh,
But
but you like it.
trying to win here.
there. Yeah.
All right, Lucy wants to share something with us from her TikTok world. Since
Can't
she's,
wait.
she's the
All
young
right.
she's the young person
Good
of the group.
setup, Mike.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? You know,
Love
here,
it.
trying to get through
He
this.
doesn't know what it is. He's trying to get her to explain
yeah.
it.
A few weeks ago, I showed you guys some of the videos I've been getting on my feed. Estelle, the meditation raccoon. And
algorithm?
I love Estelle. However, I have found a new favorite. And if I'm being completely honest, it has consumed me for the past several days.
Okay.
I can't stop quoting it. I can't stop watching it. And I'm afraid to show it to people for obvious reasons. So I've been kind of soft launching it. I started with Jessie, our makeup artist. I said, what do you think of this? She said, oh, this is really funny. And then I showed Jeremy, and Jeremy said, this is great.
I love it.
And then Ethan looked it up and said, no, thank you, not for me. And I don't think you guys are going to like it, but I also kind of think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I'm so obsessed. So I'm going to introduce Jasper the doll.
Raise your hand if you want garlic breadsticks. Raise your hand if you want buffalo chicken wings right now.
I'm gonna go.
gotta get another one.
No, not for
I kind of do.
Raise your hand.
Play another one.
No, you will never find another girl like me.
That's for sure.
Sounds like Tony's Uber driver.
And I haven't been able to stop watching these.
How many are there? There's just
There's
dozens of them.
so many.
Is this thing like 2 million followers?
Oh yeah, it's so the garlic breadsticks and chicken wings that has like taken over the internet or the,
It has 8 million views
Who's
on
got the
TikTok.
bet? Can you recreate it?
Can I
what?
raise your hand if you want garlic breadsticks? Raise your hand.
Nailed it.
If you want buffalo chicken wings right now. And I can't stop. I send that. I'll just text that to my sister. Raise your hand if you want garlic breadsticks like 7 times a day.
Well, raise your hand is wrong. It's raise your hand.
Raise your hand with a T.
Hint.
And I don't know what it is about this doll. I love that it's just a regular lady with a 9 to 5 who just like happens to do this on the side. I love this doll.
This doll should host the ESPYs.
Tony, thoughts?
I can't wait for Tony's thoughts.
8 million viewers.
Currently,
They got
views on the
11.
chicken wings.
They got 11 million on her talking about how she was filming. the
currently
video.
sitting at 1.2 million followers. The one we just saw, 4.8 million. The one before that, 11.7 million.
It just goes to show you that you can do
Society is
anything on the
slipping.
internet. You can do anything on the internet, and 1.2 million people.
There's
find
an
it funny.
audience for
It's
everything.
so funny.
We're gonna get
it's
Chris-
so good.
Chris
doing
gonna
a
be
hockey show. I'm not
Chris gonna be a
doing
mukbang guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about entering the mukbang world.
Yeah, all I want to hear is Chris slurping up a.
Tacos.
Dude, I don't want to hear that either, but they crush these videos.
Yeah, it's not about
And-
what he wants, it's
and-
what they want. Yeah.
And I can't stop watching them either. Like when someone's
Do you
like,
like 'em?
I do. I'm a mukbang guy. It's not that I'm like into the sound of it. I don't know. I just
we
Well,
bonded.
clearly
what
you're
are you
into
into?
it.
Yeah, we bonded over potatoes.
I don't know what about it is. What about it
it
that
the
I'm
slurping?
about? I don't know what about it.
A boot.
A?
A.
Sorry.
I don't know what a boot it.
A boot.
Is it the chicken wings?
that I don't like.
Raise your hand.
I think it's
Raise your hand.
I
So
think
she
it's
just sounds like
all
every.
of it.
Can we play video?
waitress at Olive Garden.
Can we play video 1 again, please? Video 1, please, when we get a chance.
Raise your hand if you want buffalo chicken wings right now.
Lucy's dying.
Raise your hand.
Thanks for this. Like, that's just great.
Creative death punishment.
Which is
Guest co-host. I'm just trying to
Jasper.
like
The doll?
Jasper.
Or dresses.
I tried to
Jasper
get a
the doll.
cameo from her, but she's not selling them anymore.
No, that's
Too high demand.
Everybody wants to talk to Jasper these days, and I get it.
Make that money.
So her appeal is she's a doll that looks like the Joker, and says
I think she looks beautiful. I don't think
I didn't say
looks
she
like a
did
joke.
not look beautiful. I'm just saying she's resembles the Joker.
No,
And then so what? She just says these random things, or
She's
is there a
just
premise?
herself. She just goes on the internet and she says what's on her mind.
Chicken
asking
wings.
if you want garlic breadsticks or chicken wings.
I do.
Sometimes she'll let you know what she's eating, what she's watching. She's just a weird character doll.
She has a rivalry with her
Oh,
dog.
hates her dog. There's this whole beef going on there. It's
That's a
just
through line
so
for
it's so dumb, and I
through line,
couldn't
huh?
love it more. It's great. And like the girl who does it, they'll show her on the videos, and she's just the most normal looking woman you've ever seen in your life. You would never guess that she has a little demonic doll. Demonic. Is it that
Demonic.
word? It's not the right word.
A comedic?
Like anemic.
What's my algorithm?
Hey, I'm
Demonic.
anemic.
And I
What's
just
my
love her.
algorithm?
And that is what's, and I'll pull up my TikTok, and it's like, here's a raccoon giving meditation. Here is
I'd watch that.
Estelle, or not Estelle. Estelle's the raccoon. Here's Jasper the doll. And I think I'm finally getting my TikTok to where I want it to be.
What's my algorithm?
Chris is really trying to
algorithm?
launch
Yeah.
What's
the
my
what's my
algorithm?
age again.
Yeah.
As what's my algorithm.
Yeah.
Have you called Yeti?
Put it on
No,
wax.
I should get Yeti to
put it
do
on
that,
wax.
yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
it if you want,
Yeah.
but nobody wants that.
I do. I say put it.
Thanks.
So, I have a dilemma with one of my friends. So, and he's a listener of, I believe, this show and the main show. So, I'm going to try to be vague enough that he doesn't realize that I'm talking about him.
He already knows.
How do you guys?
I mean, the way you just set it up, I'm sure he knows now.
How do you handle when you're being invited to something that you don't want to go to from a good friend? Do you guys go with honest, I don't want to go, or something that could be truthful but isn't in this instance, but just like a reason why I can't go?
Just
Should
suck
I
it up.
lie or
I
be
mean, you have
honest?
the built-in kid excuse.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, it's
Yeah,
so easy
yeah.
for me to just come up with something, maybe work-related.
And work. I was just gonna
Yeah,
say.
like it's.
I use that a
just-
lot.
That's why it's like it's just like having a dilemma in my own brain of like, do I want to just be like, nah, not for me, I'm good, or just make up
What
a
is
little
it?
white lie? It's a guy's night, one of the lamest ones you could ever have. Like, and now he's definitely gonna know what it is.
We can bleed it out.
It's fine. I don't
Is
really
there
care.
alcohol involved?
I mean, yes.
Well, there you go.
It's hey, do you want to? Now I'm just gonna say what it is, so he's gonna know. Obviously, it's hey, this Friday night, do you want to go with the boys to see Bad Boys 4, and then we'll go out after.
Is that Mike
lame.
Bryan?
No, it's not Mike
that's
Ryan.
It does sound like Mike Ryan.
That doesn't sound terrible.
I
though.
just have no interest in this new Bad Boys movie.
So why don't you just tell
So
him
you
I'll
just
meet
say
you up
that.
after? I'll meet you up after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie. I'll meet you after.
there you
But
go.
he's not going to meet up afterwards. That's the
No,
thing.
no, I could meet. No.
Okay, he'll go.
I may meet up after. Like
Alright, so
that
do it
is.
that way.
I may.
I may.
I may. That's
Well,
just like
Greg
that sounds no.
may go to
what
the
time is
Florida
it?
Panthers media.
Yeah.
on
What time is your
Friday.
showing? Is it 10:30?
I mean, I got honestly, you know how like I'd have to talk to my wife, and I don't know if I'm allowed to
You're
go
using
out.
her as the excuse already.
Allowed to
Okay.
go on Friday?
Not allowed, but just like
Gotta
I don't know
talk
if
to
we
the
have
boss.
plans.
Permission. Yeah.
Saturday.
Got
Stanley
whole
Cup.
the Adventures of Campman. My wife said no.
But like, if you're listening to this, friend of mine, it's not you. I love you guys. It's just
Bad
I
Boys.
just don't have any interest in this movie.
That's fine. I
So
get
just
it.
say that. Yeah.
Right. Honesty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honesty.
Interesting.
Go with honesty.
I'm going.
Yeah, don't
I'm
lie.
going to a showing of this movie, a preview, because I have a friend who works at Sony, and he invited me to go. I don't want
look
to see
at
the
me,
movie,
Louis.
but the second he hit me with
Look at
the
me,
hey,
Louis.
it's free drinks, and I'm in. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not really going for the movie.
We
I'm
got
going to hang
offered
out.
here's something for
Yeah,
that
we did.
movie. That
Oh really?
I didn't get offered anything.
Whoops.
it was gonna be Game 7 of the Panthers Rangers that never was. That's why
Right.
I got out of it ahead of time. I was
Correct.
like, I can't commit to that night. But anyway,
I think
blame you.
honesty is the way to handle that with
Thank
a
you.
friend in particular.
text him right now.
Like if it's someone that you're close to,
You gotta
feel like
text
do it
him
right now and
before
then
this episode
give
comes
us-
out.
yeah,
He doesn't know your
And
strategy.
you have to give us the answer.
Okay.
His reply back.
No, but I would just tell him I don't really care about the movie. I can meet you up after wherever bar you go to.
Boom.
or
That's the
whatever.
line. There you go.
That is kind
And
of the way
then
to handle it.
you conveniently get tired and don't go.
what if he wrote going to Bad Boys 4 at 7 on Friday with blah blah blah. You in? I just write fuck no. No? Is that what you guys are saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's how you do that.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Or take some like halfway moral stance after what Will Smith did to Chris
I don't believe in
Yes.
guns.
Forget it.
You should just send like the longest paragraph about your feelings.
I've been
about
dictating
that
this whole
slap.
segment, so it's all going right here.
Hey, listen.
Perfect.
I mean, after the whole Chris Rock slap, I don't believe in violence. I'm a pacifist,
Yeah.
so I don't believe that I should be.
I
Going.
lost all respect for Will
I
Smith.
can't
will-
watch
I
Will
wouldn't
Smith
dare
be
put a single
violent.
dollar in his pocket.
In honesty, in all honesty, I can't look at Will Smith. Like, I go
it
there
changed
right away
perception.
every single time.
He's an Oscar winner.
Dude, I'm just like right
very
now.
same
It's,
night.
it's just
Yeah.
so fresh in my mind that like I saw him doing a Jazz Chisholm thing the other day, and it's just like Chris Rock.
You almost slapped Jazz.
Like my first thought is, does Jazz say anything about Chris Rock? Like it's just the first place my mind goes
Well,
with Will
that's
Smith.
so I was
DJ
thinking
Jazzy
they
Jeff.
threw out the first pitch last night at the Marlins game, right? You know there was some Cubanazo going, "Hey, don't keep your wife's name out my mouth, right, Will?" You know, like that was some guy.
That was great.
It's pretty spot on.
So good.
Hey, mijo, keep your name out my mouth, right?
All right, just do it the one time. The
I know,
one
but
time
I'm
is
just saying
really
that,
good.
that for
Oh,
sure
it's
there's some
perfect.
asshole up there in the stands doing that.
100%.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm out on the
Slap
movie
hitter.
too. I'm out on the movie too. Like I don't care to watch
Yeah.
it whatsoever.
Yeah.
In that situation, I'd be like, yo, what if instead of that,
Now I'm rearranging
No,
their
yeah.
like these. I think this
they
group
wanna do
they
it?
are into.
Yeah,
like,
it's his plan.
Oh, okay.
The best thing is you guys go, I'll meet you after.
Yeah.
Because they're
Let's
probably
say,
going to a
let's go to
spot
dinner, let's go
that's
do something
around.
else.
I like that. Of just like, hey, that's lame. Let's do some cool shit.
Raise your hand
Are you-
if you want to see Bad Boys 4.
That's what I'll do. I'll send him a video of
him
that.
Bad Boys for Life, by the way.
What is it?
No,
What's
that
that?
Bad Boys for Life was
That was
the
the
third
third movie.
one.
Yeah, this one is
Ride or Die.
This is Bad
Ride or
Boys.
Die.
Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ride or Die.
I didn't even watch the third one. Not gonna lie.
Me neither.
I've never seen a Bad
It
Boys
peaked
movie.
at the second
You
one.
never seen
No,
a
the
Bad
second
Boys
one's good.
movie?
The first
I've
two
never
are
seen
good.
Bad Boys.
the
I've
first
never
one and
seen
second
Fast and
one.
Furious.
Wow.
I've
This is
never
different though.
seen-
Fast and Furious, like Bad Boys 2, the first two are good.
I just haven't seen it.
Fast and the Furious was a
Every
movie.
baseball movie ever made.
If you want to see the transformation from Fast and the Furious, the first movie, the main plot is they steal DVD players. And then by the time we get to the last movie, they're like special agents infiltrating a secret base. And it's like, how did we
On
get
the
to this?
moon.
Yeah, like in the second movie, Ludacris installs stereos. By the sixth movie, he's like hacking the CIA. It's like, how does this guy get from here to there?
Adnan was telling me some like
You start somewhere.
Some insanely critically acclaimed director like loves all of the Fast movies.
Billy-
I
Billy
can't
loves
think
them.
of who it is. I'm gonna
Scorsese?
text Adnan.
Yeah.
There's some like very respected movie person that is just a legit huge fan of the
I mean,
Fast movies.
kudos to them for taking like a really small
Michael Bay?
idea and
Francis
making it
Ford
huge,
Coppola.
but
Maybe.
crazy.
I think it's Michael Bay.
why
I think
did
I've seen
you
that.
why did you
That's
say
not
like
a Chris.
Billy
Get
likes
outta
it?
No, I don't think it's
Because,
Michael Bay.
Like
because-
if Billy's some like
No, but I
philosopher type thought provoking guy.
It's Christopher Nolan.
Oh,
that's
Christopher
right.
Nolan is
I
a
did see that.
huge Fast guy.
Yeah. Well,
Which
no,
is crazy.
Because Billy, I
That's
feel like someone who's like logic doesn't escape him often, but then for this, he's all in. Like
Logic
I'm
escapes him plenty,
okay.
buddy.
Now,
Yeah, it
now he's not
does,
here to
yeah.
defend himself.
Guy's a
You're being mean.
simpleton.
Yeah,
Guy's
okay.
a
Hey, be
simpleton.
nice.
I want to say that. I'm
Clearly
just
a
saying he's-
simpleton.
the logic is not.
How do you really feel?
forte.
No, I just said it. Simpleton.
I mean, he's a smart guy. It's just logic's not there.
Billy or Christopher Nolan?
Christopher. You know what we never did this week?
What's that, Chris?
We never made my dad like walk on. We should have done it Thursday when he was back in. Like he claimed he could do a balance beam. Like we should have
Oh,
put like
yeah,
a long
that's
piece
right.
of tape.
Well,
and
he says that he could walk the parking stumps, and
Yeah.
we have them
But
out
those
there.
are short though. Those are like
He said he used
those
to
are
do
also
that.
angled.
Well, I also wouldn't
Yeah.
want him doing it at his age.
Right.
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe
that's
20
what
years
doing
ago.
what?
falling,
He
breaking
said he
the
could
walking on a
walk-
parking stump.
Walk on top of the parking stump.
says he
like
does
it's a
it all the
balance
time.
beam. I know, but now he's.
That's what he
older.
says.
I don't want
I'm
him.
sure that's not what
He
he
also
does.
thinks he can hit a fastball off.
This is
the
also a
4
man.
Can't
inches
do
off
that.
the ground.
He also just face planted the other day
Exactly.
doing something like
that was
And he
that
was
was a
2
coughing
feet on
fit.
the
yeah,
ground.
that was a coughing fit.
Trust
if
me,
he's
I
not
know about
coughing,
those
he's
too.
fine.
Anyway,
He's fine.
He's
He
all
could do it.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He could
He's
do it.
bleeding all the time.
he's got old man arms now.
Yeah.
My brother was saying this actually
Jokic
yesterday
now.
to me at bowling. He's just like, "Have you seen Dad's arms? They look like Pop's arms." Like
Damn.
my dad's just kind of like
He's got Jokic arms.
He's
he's got like there's a
Transforming.
lot of like marks on him. He's got
It's,
old.
well,
He's got old
jumping-
man arms.
Jumping Charlie doesn't help.
that is true.
Yeah.
My parents' dog is a lot.
Are we making sure that your dad's okay though?
Yeah.
My dad has gone to so many doctor's appointments.
I just want to make sure he's
No,
okay.
we are.
All right.
Every time he bumps into something, it just turns red on him, right?
Yeah.
Can I admit something that I thought about earlier in the week?
No.
I wasn't on the show on Tuesday, but I was listening along to everything that everyone was doing. And at the end of our max hour,
Kind of creepy.
we had.
Was that your birthday?
Yeah, I listened to the podcast on the way in the next
Happy
day. So I
birthday.
took the day off. I really wasn't listening. Thank you.
I was gonna say if you were listening to
No,
the show
no.
on your birthday,
I was as far away from the show as I could be. But
how it is.
That's me every day.
I was listening on Wednesday on the way in to make sure I didn't miss any threads.
Are the bosses
And I
out there?
heard, I heard resident.
I hope they did.
I never do that when I'm not in.
I heard resident New York Rangers fan Chris Whittingham join the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I had a thought.
You and Woody have an interesting dynamic with.
Which was that
Was or still is?
it still is, I guess, that
Okay, so
listening to Whitty,
You're like, God, he's annoying.
it made me feel pretty bad that most of our audience misses him because of how much they don't like me.
Oh man,
That guy's so annoying.
Especially
And
the bit
if-
he's doing now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and if he's that annoying,
Yeah.
and they're like, man, we miss Whitty because of how annoying Jeremy is, it made me really have to kind of reconcile.
Look in the
with-
mirror.
Yeah, I was really, genuinely, I was like, what am I?
Is it you or is it
What
them?
am I doing? How do I change this?
I think this is helping.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm sure they love it.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. I really wasn't very happy about it, and the
I like
idea
you
of
more
being
than-
Walgreens Witty is. Not
I
the
like
best.
you.
Walgreens.
I'll admit it.
Walgreens Witty?
I'll
Yeah,
make,
that's me.
But Walgreens is like better.
More like CVS.
Walmart,
CVS is
Yeah,
better.
CVS.
I like CVS.
yeah, let's put up his baseball stats. Make
Yeah.
me feel
Yeah,
better.
let's do that. I got my baseball stats. Everybody, I'm sure, loved that
leave
segment.
these
Michael
up.
White is Mike White.
That's Mike White. Yeah, that's Mike White,
right?
the
Okay.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep. Michael White.
Also-
he pitched at university school. May or may not have outdoed
known
him.
Chris Whittingham associate Mike White.
Yeah, Mike
Wow,
White.
Yeah.
known associate.
Yeah, man. That
Jeremy.
was. Look, I was.
Is that the? Am I looking at?
So what
the-
are you doing
I'm
here?
looking at the second best whip of all these numbers.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
exactly right. Look, man. Look, I was really good.
Yeah.
I was.
Man,
I'm
what
not going to run
You
away
weren't a
from
strikeout
it.
Your
pitcher.
coach did not trust your relievers.
No, oh my God.
You had
it was
7
Coach White.
complete games.
Yeah,
Seven
it was
complete
Coach
games,
White.
9 wins.
No, not only
That's all
that,
we
it was
tweeted out.
7 complete games.
You threw so many pitches.
I also threw in relief a couple of times where it was like the 5th inning and we had a lead and we needed a win. And
Only
I'd
3
come
shutouts.
in.
Gentry, Fortuno had you beat
He
there.
was spectacular.
Yeah.
I heard recently that he's a firefighter now.
good for him.
Yeah.
What's
blew,
whip again?
Blew out his arm in the minor leagues. Walks and hits per
hits.
innings
Thank you for your
pitched.
service.
So it's base runners.
You don't know whip? I mean, geez.
No, I'm not into like super advanced stats. I never have been.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty.
There is
basic
a
stat.
funny
Pretty
photo
basic.
that
Basic
exists out
stat.
there.
I also barely care about baseball. So
There you go.
I feel like that's like a 20-year-old.
Let's keep pushing him. He's going to keep getting more defensive.
No, I just-
Loser. You didn't know that?
no. Like, well, I always say like the thing I hate the most. I told Jeremy this. The thing I hate the
Can't be
most
the
about
most, like
no,
top 10.
Well, in
No, the
sports,
most.
It is one of the things I hate the most about sports. I wish I never would have learned NBA contract terminology. Like I wish I never knew about bird rights or second apron or none of this horse shit. Did you get
Yeah.
the fucking guy or not? You know, that's what I want to know. Did you get the guy? Okay, cool. We're in.
average above value.
Maybe next week,
value.
top 5 things that anger you in sports.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That could be a good
Get
one.
that list together.
But yeah, there's a funny
Mid-level
photo that
section.
does exist out there somewhere of me standing between Sean Anderson and Tuki Toussaint, who are both like massive human beings who were first team all county with me. And it is one of the funniest visuals you can find because both of them went on to be major league pitchers. And then there was me, the 5'9" Jewish guy who was like 150 pounds soaking wet at the time.
He's working in
And-
media now.
Yeah,
The scouts
who now
were
works
just
in
like,
media
all right,
for
who
a
do we
reason.
want to recruit here? And they look
Don't
this
think it's going to
way.
be that guy.
Hey, buddy, you can leave the line now. Thank you.
Yep, that was
Are
exactly
you
how it
lost,
went.
buddy? Where are you?
What are you doing
Oh, look at
here?
this.
That's weird.
No, Jeremy.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
I've talked to Jeremy's high school coach about
A very
Jeremy. Jeremy was a good player.
Very
Thanks,
pixelated
man.
picture.
Where's
of
your
Jeremy
arm?
Taché.
Across
Underneath
my
the other
body.
Across his
one?
body.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
At second base,
High
he's
Sox
playing a little
guy.
shallow
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he
Is he wearing a
was.
helmet?
That's Jacob.
I mean, that's not even
classic.
double play.
Flat bill hat.
What's Jacob
is
up
what
to?
It is. Don't know. Cool. Yeah, man. But this was it was a fun time playing
If
high
you need
school
medical
baseball.
supplies, call 954-322-29.
Shout out Broward.
Yeah, it was fun. I loved playing baseball,
Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna get to do it against Micah Parsons. I think.
Yeah, we haven't.
I don't know if we want to put that out there or not.
Micah
I'm gonna put
Parsons.
it out there. I don't want to make
Jeremy
it
wants to
happen.
pitch against Micah Parsons.
do.
I
He,
really
he
want
may
to.
or may not have responded to my DM. We'll get to that on the show.
on the main
Like
show.
right
I was gonna
now?
say,
If you're
listening to this-
What show? What
If
day?
you're no,
No,
if, you're,
you're doing
if
it
this is
Monday
Mystery
or-
Crate, you're listening to this on Friday because you're a loyal Mystery Crate listener.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
Go listen to
Today.
the show because you're listening to Mystery Crate, and
We need to
you're
cut a
doing
pro-
that first because you're a loyal Mystery Crate listener.
We need to cut a promo for this. They told me. Like
Dude.
30 seconds, yeah. But the
30
thing is,
second promo for Mystery Crate?
yeah. But the thing is, I'm wondering. I
think this could be it.
Well, yeah, like I was talking to Thomas about it, and I was like, I could just do me, Chris, and Tony riffing for 30 seconds, or I can get a bunch
Or
of
Roy.
or well,
What the fuck does that mean?
that's
Whoa.
That's a hard F.
speaking of
This
defensive,
should be the promo.
yeah.
Listen
So,
to Mystery Crate.
I could chop up a bunch of like our social clips, like when Lucy said cunt, and
Love
and,
that word.
Yeah, and we can like put that all together with some other stuff, and then make it like a reel, and then we just say the bits that sell, or we can just riff for 30 seconds.
No, I think it should be this.
Yeah.
This right
well,
here.
it depends. Where exactly is this running? Again, did you say that? Like,
I'm not saying that part.
Okay,
that's insider baseball. I'm just saying like we have to cut a
Inside
promo.
baseball, not insider baseball.
All of this has been
The Schmade Show.
outside baseball.
This is me desperately trying to get to 0.
Insider
Well, you
baseball.
got 4.5 minutes left.
Exactly.
Insider.
Thank you, Roy.
It can't be insider baseball if you don't know what whip is.
Exactly.
I know the whip and nene. No? Okay.
I don't.
No, just the two of us. All right, got
There you
it.
Get out of here.
Sorry,
Did
I'm
I
old.
do it? I did it.
I actually do have
No,
to
no.
go,
Okay, so 3. Thanks, Chris.
Good luck with the final 4 minutes of the show.
Okay.
Chris
Where
had
you
a little.
going?
Chris had a little run on like TikTok dances for a while, but then he stopped doing it.
Yeah, they're pretty embarrassing.
More embarrassing than you wanting to eat on camera and
No.
slurp food?
Okay, listen.
I think Juju.
would've-
I think Juju hit me once with just like,
Stop doing
you
this.
should stop this. And I was just like,
Were you trying to
just
make
like-
it a thing?
No,
Or was
I
it
just
like
think-
part of
I
the-
just think
part of the
it's-
shtick.
it's just
See you
funny
later.
to me, like somebody who isn't a dancer, like
Trying to dance.
I'm not the first person to do this.
Dude,
There's
you're a
lot-
dancer.
You're good.
Yeah,
Get him
you
back
must
here.
have
Let's go
moved.
wide
No,
shot.
you're really
I
good.
need you to hit the Michael Jackson.
No,
the leg
The Michael
kick.
Jackson
the
kick
people
again.
know.
Kick.
The
Yes,
people
no,
know
like-
already.
No,
The
he's
people
gonna hit
know.
the screen.
Dude.
No, he's not gonna hit the screen.
Chris
The
is-
people already know.
We all
folks.
enjoy your
Chris
dancing.
is-
look,
Spread the joy.
Chris is-
Dance,
One leg
man.
kick and-
Dance.
and-
folks,
and the
lower
wave.
expectations here.
Chris's
Look, I
leg
know I'm a
kick-
good dancer. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Chris's leg kick is becoming his 4 touchdowns one
It
game.
really
Please, it's like
The leg
4
kick.
touchdowns
You're
one
Al
game.
Bundy and Mary
And he did
Children.
the gritty with Mac Jones. Like, dude, this guy can dance.
That's
dude.
true.
Come
I've seen-
on.
My best work was like a few months ago out on the street. I couldn't even hear that music, by the way.
yeah.
So
It was so
good.
insane.
They
It
were
was
just
really
like
good.
dance.
We were-
So I just started
You
like
were
dancing,
really
and the
good.
music that I was going to.
okay.
That's
we
one of my.
were cutting it up out there.
That was one of my best videos ever, and I didn't even hear
You
the
were
music.
dancing the other day in the green screen room.
I dance.
Yeah, in front of the.
You're a dancer.
I'm not a
What is
piano
it, Bang
man.
Bang Shrimp
I'm
that
not
you
a
were
piano
dancing?
man. Yeah, bang bang.
bang bang
Bang
shrimp.
Bang Shrimp.
Bang bang.
bang bang. Chicken and
Oh, I've
shrimp.
heard that one before. Fuck you, Mike.
Unbelievable.
All right, cut that. That's
I'm just kidding. I love you.
That's
Mike.
that's
the-
that's
that's the
promo.
promo.
That's the promo.
Hey, we got the bubble.
Gotcha.
All right.
Mike Breen, love you, buddy.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
You think Mike Breen? Remember how we were talking about the other day?
Whether Connor heard my dad's take?
No. On Billy saying who we would be working with 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
What if you and Mike Breen are somehow together
can see it.
at like a Bonefish Grill, ordering, and you say
I'm working.
bang
And
bang shrimp, and then he's like,
I'm a bartender there now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Cody the server? Like,
You asshole.
Yeah.
That's where you have me going after this.
No, you guys are working
Mixing
together.
drinks
You're
over
having
here.
dinner together.
Oh, because I'm
Is
like
he
a.
also
you're-
working?
you're-
I'm like a
You're
producer.
you're like his producer.
I'm one of his
now.
producers.
Yeah, you're like his producer now.
They're like, we want to bring some
colleague.
comedy into the broadcast.
Yeah.
Like, we need to hire
And
a
some
comedy.
guy with
Are you ever
dancing
gonna
skills.
Are you ever gonna do that?
The stand-up?
Yeah,
the
man.
Michael Jackson kick.
No, he doesn't
I'm
know
more
that.
likely to do stand-up right now.
Then the Michael
I
Jackson
have
kick.
a set. You want me to do my set right now?
No,
Yes.
I want.
No,
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 Now.
42.
I want you to tell me you're ready. I go to my guy. We put you on the show,
No.
his show, and we'll all go.
Brad Williams wants me to open for him in June,
Then what-
but I'm not doing
No,
that.
but
I need
that's-
to go on stage
gotta-
in front of
he's
like
gotta
10
go-
people.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm
Chris,
saying.
do it the right way.
Oh, you
He's gotta
opening
go
a
to an
Brad,
open mic night at a brewery.
Correct, but I have.
I'm not gonna lie. My brother did improv classes.
Yeah, I have a
different,
guy
yeah,
who
different.
throws shows, and I told Chris it's going to be small, maybe
Right.
15 people, just to start. Brad Williams right off the rip is fucking crazy.
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's-
I'm
That's
telling
nice.
you, the set's feeling a little
It's a
nice.
good
though.
open for
I
him.
do feel good about
Starting to come
it.
together.
I feel like
Crowd.
although the material goes way faster, like in my phone, it's like so long, but it's probably like a minute and a half
Yeah.
of like
Yeah,
material.
yeah. When you write,
I could do a tight 2, I think.
Would you be comfortable doing like a test run in front of us?
Like a Kill Tony where you get a minute.
Right. Oh, that'd be tight.
be
Kill
great.
Tony would be tight.
Dude,
whenever you're
do it in
ready.
front of us. We'll give you it.
LeBatard Show X Kill Tony, where we all get like
2 peas in a pod, those shows.
a minute.
What the fuck is Kill
we
Tony?
blend. We'd fit right in.
I don't know.
I
I don't know what that
It's
is
a
either.
it's like a comedy podcast.
they don't get it.
run
They-
by one of
One of the, it's-
Oh,
they
because the
don't
two
the guy
of you
that
get it, the rest
crushed.
of us.
You know who
Okay.
Tony Hinchcliffe is. He's
Yeah.
the guy who
Yeah.
crushed on the Brady
on
roast.
the Brady roast.
He
Where
was
comes
on
in,
that
he
roast.
starts ripping everybody.
He was on that roast because of the popularity of his podcast.
It's the number one.
Yeah.
It's the biggest live
fun.
podcast.
You see how easy it was to
in the
explain?
But you know what it
Tony
is?
tried to
It's
shut it
so
up.
cool.
Number
It's
one.
it's literally people that are trying to get into comedy. Like put their name. He gets like hundreds of.
world. It's like comedy American Idol.
yeah, where it's like you get 60 seconds, make me laugh.
Yeah. but then he has like comedians on the dais with him, so they'll be talking shit back and forth. Like
It's a good show.
the concept is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a really cool concept. He's got a live
Casey
band.
Rocket.
He is electric. Come on,
Look at us.
we're having fun.
Look at you.
Well, that's got to do it for Mystery Crate. Roy, what do you have?
The hockey show because man.
Check out Casey Rocket.
Check
I'll check it
out
out
check
for you.
out Kill Tony. If you want to laugh, check out Kill Tony.
I've only recently been
Stand
getting
by
into
me and Chris Cote.
other podcasts.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.